Hey everybody, so I just want to come to you today because I understand not everyone has the same aspirations, same goals in real estate and buying a home. So we just wanted to talk to you and kind of figure out some steps that you can be taking to prepare now so you can be ready in the future. I ask people on my Instagram, what are they doing now to prepare, and they talk a lot about building credit, saving money, but why, how much, what credit score. So I brought my man Sefo in here today to give you some tips on that. So Sefo, please introduce yourself.
Yeah, my name is Sefo Liufau, work at Cross Country Mortgage, and I'm here to give some tips to those people looking to get into the home buying process or maybe down the road, but just give you guys some tips and tricks going forward.
Awesome. So what would you say is the biggest misconception for people in their mid-20s, maybe even still in college, that they don't know about buying a home?
Yeah, I think the biggest misconception for those people is that they don't think they can actually afford to purchase a home. I think the rent versus buying, there's a big misconception in that there's a big discrepancy between it. But when you actually look at it, when you purchase, for example, like a $300,000 home, the monthly payment is around $2,200, $2,300, and rent's kind of jumping up there now, and people aren't aware of that. And that's what we're trying to help people, is instead of paying the landlords their mortgages, maybe looking into getting yourself prepared so that you can buy your own home and pay your own mortgage and build some equity up.
Definitely, and I think building equity is super important, and if you can start that while you're young, then you're just going up. So what are like 3 steps that people can be taking to get to that point?
Building credit is very key. The better your credit is, the better interest rate that you'll get from companies, because it shows that you're a trustworthy borrower. Another thing is to start saving for a down payment and closing costs, because that's another misconception that people have is, oh, what does this cost and what is that? And it can add up pretty quickly. And if you do need help with down payments and closing costs, to ask whatever loan service you're working with if there's any programs that can help them.
Okay, so what's that number? How much does someone need to save and be putting away for when they're ready? What's that goal that they should be setting?
Yeah, so there's a couple of different loan programs actually. So there's FHA, conventional, VA, and what I do is I help put you in the best financial situation. And with conventional, if you're a first-time home buyer, you can look and see if you qualify for a first-time home buyer program, which would be 3% down. And with a $300,000 home, for example, a 3% down payment is $9,000. If you have to go into an FHA program, the minimum is 3.5% and for a down payment, which is about $10,500. And that's excluding closing costs. And so closing costs, they can vary because you have underwriting fees, processing fees, and other closing costs that can get upwards to $5,000, $6,000. And I think it's important for people to be educated and know that that's kind of all put into closing costs, down payment, and closing costs in total.
Okay, great. And I think a lot of people watching either have student loans or they're about to graduate and have to start making those payments. So someone with student loans, how is that going to affect their chances at getting a loan? And how can they be taking the proper steps to make sure that they're going to have their best chance at getting the loan while they're paying these student loans?
Right, so when we pull credit, usually credit reports show their student payments and what they're paying monthly on their credit report. And so say they're paying $25 or $100 a month, that goes into their DTI, which is debt to income ratio. And so basically the income that they're making and the debt that they have going out each month, it kind of goes into a formula and we put into a ratio. And so whatever that amount is to them, we just calculate and see how much they can afford. So even if they are deferring that payment, we still have to, and we have a way of calculating, it's 1% actually of their total amount that they're paying back to the student loan. And so it's not bad, or it's not a deal breaker if you have student loans. We just factor it into the whole thing, and we qualify you based off of that.
Okay, so just make sure you make those payments on time.
Yes.
And in full. That's the most important thing.
Yeah, definitely. If you have lates on student payments, it's not a deal breaker also, but it's definitely not something that you want on your credit report.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys for watching. I hope we provided some valuable insight into what you can be doing right now to prepare to buy a home in the future, and so you can pull the trigger when you are ready. Sefo, is there anything else you think everyone should know, or any programs specifically that you want to highlight?
No programs I want to highlight, but asking questions is free, and we're here to help people become better educated. And so if you ever have any questions, feel free to reach out to myself or Reed, just so you become educated and ready for when the time is right for you.